Hello. How is everybody tonight? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let me know. Let me see it real quick. Yep, I'm coming through loud and clear. How is everybody tonight? Happy, hope everybody's having a good Sunday so far. Or well, Sunday's almost over. It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And 8 o'clock Central. So let's see who I got with me tonight here so far. Let's see. We have got we've got Antonis, we've got Usu, Rick Hunter, we've got Olivia. Hello, Olivia. We got Crease Fold, RJ Skarinki, got Joe Reese. What's up, Joe? We've got Geriatric Geek. What's up, Bill? Thank you for that unboxing video you did over on your channel the other day. All the kind words you had to say. Dylan, hello. Future Dead Camper. Luke Sowers. Rick Hunter, Gustavo, hola. ¿Cómo está? What's up, Hill FFR? Van Scott 100, Sasha, Andy Breckenridge, Retro Analog Entertainment, CJM, Sean Williams. There's Dave in the chat. What's up, Dave? We got Sam Thomason, Cinemurdrum, Redbeard. Hello, Redbeard. There's DJ. What's up, DJ? Movie Fan. Derek Gitzel. 2 a.m. in Scotland for DJ. See, I hope everybody's
again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good.
Thank you, Taco Bela Lugosi, for the $1.99. Hey to you, sir. Hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you very much. And we've got Frightful Night Media here. Just finished watching Slaughterhouse for the first time. That's a fun one. What's up, Gargano? So tonight I thought we'd talk a little bit about the Exorcist Believer test screenings. Test screening. And the reactions from that test screening, which were not positive. We've got some new members of the PWO to announce tonight. Then I thought maybe we'd take a look at Collider's 10 most satisfying revenge movies list. And then I've got an announcement for next week's Sunday night stream with not one, not two, but 3 special guests. So y'all want to stay tuned for that.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Jeremy just has such an angelic singing voice. Thank you, Horror Orman. Greetings and salutations to you too. Appreciate that. Jeremy and I send our best to your mother today, Horror Orman. We hope we wish her a speedy recovery. But thank you, sir. So before we talk about by the way, if you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. Before we dive into talking about Exorcist Believer, I'd like to provide a little bit of context here before we start talking about it. I think we need to mention the fact that Universal dropped $400 million to secure the rights to The Exorcist. And then they handed the producing duties over to Blumhouse to make not one, but 3 Exorcist movies. And this first one has been, I know David Gordon Green directed it. I don't know if he's also involved in the writing process. Let me look that up really quick. Should have looked that up beforehand. Yes, David Gordon Green and Peter Sattler are writing it. Let's see, what has Mr. Sattler done in the past? According to IMDb, not much. Let's see. There's Christian in the chat. There's Phil. What's up, Phil? How are you doing, sir? Oh, thank you, Howard Orman. Appreciate that. Yes, $400 million to secure the rights to The Exorcist to make 3 movies. And so, like, I think when it comes to horror fans, you've either got people like me who are like, why are you messing with The Exorcist? Unless your name is William Friedkin or William Peter Blatty, you have no business messing with The Exorcist. Just leave it alone. Like, why? And I think there's a whole other segment of horror fans who are probably like, The Exorcist, what is that? I've heard of The Exorcist, but what is it? So it's definitely not an in-demand IP. It's definitely not, something that's going to grab people's attention like Scream or Halloween. So it just, I don't know, to spend that much money on it, to, I don't want to say mean things about people, but it just seems like they've set themselves up for a failure here. So anyway, this happens a lot with test screenings. That's why they're tests. I'd like this report with a grain of salt. On that note, F this remake at pizowell. Yeah, well, that's something else that I think we need to mention too. Test screenings are a lot of movies get bad test screenings, and then they undergo reshoots. Even Halloween 2018 didn't have stellar test screenings, and there were a lot of reshoots for Halloween 2018. But a lot of movies undergo test screenings, and from that they have reshoots, and in a lot of cases it makes the movie better. But it seems like the reactions to The Exorcist Believer were really bad, to the point where all of the reviews that were posted to Letterboxd have since been deleted. So you can't go on Letterboxd and read reviews from the test screenings anymore. They're gone. I've checked. And I agree with that sentiment, Future Dead Camper. Yes. Just because yeah, exactly. Can we end the rhetoric that not being excited about this movie and turning it into wanting it to fail? Yeah. Honestly, I don't care if it fails or not. I don't care. The fact that they've set themselves up to fail, in my opinion. They've set themselves up to fail. So, but anyway, so those reviews that were on Letterboxd are gone. They're gone now. They've all been deleted. But apparently the most common complaint when it comes to The Exorcist Believer was that it was too long and just not scary. And if you, the the plot synopsis, which I went over on a stream a couple of weeks ago, it didn't sound very promising. But yeah, so the Exorcist Believer, shockingly, did not get very good test screenings, or test screening reactions. I know, I'm shocked, just like everybody else. Absolutely shocked. The average moviegoer thinks only the first one is good. That's true, Richard. That's true. What's up, Eddie? Yeah. It's just surprising to me that, again, they spent that much money to produce 3 Exorcist movies. It's not an in-demand IP. It's not like it's not a trendy, flashy IP either. It's The Exorcist. It's one of the best horror movies ever made. And The Exorcist 3, if you've not seen The Exorcist 3, is also excellent. I would put it right up there alongside the first one. Not quite as good, but pretty close, I think. Pretty close. Definitely one of Brad Dourif's best performances. He's so intense in The Exorcist 3. So the test screenings were not good. All of the reactions, all the reviews that were posted on Letterboxd have since been deleted, which is odd. Yeah. So does I know Antonis said he's got hope for The Exorcist Believer. Of course, it's a David Gordon Green joint. David Gordon Green is coming off of the Halloween trilogy, which none of those movies in any way divided the fan base. I think it was across the board, 100%. Every Halloween fan loved all 3 of those movies and celebrate them intensely. So, oh, by the way, I also heard that only the first movie is going to be a theatrical, and the other 2 they're planning to go to streaming with, like, already. It's like, if that's true, then it's almost like they've already given up. They've preemptively given up. It's weird. How about them saying there's a jump scare in Believer that rivals Part 3? Really? See, I didn't hear that. Do you think they will use Tubular Bells? Of course. I think they'll be the Tubular Bells theme, but I think it'll be performed by Cardi B. It'll be a Cardi B remix of it for this movie. I can't wait. Exorcist won't have box office legs in sequel regards like these Halloweens did. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the name will grab people, or most people, but it's just, again, it's not a trendy title. It's not it's not Halloween. It's not Scream. Why didn't they go after, I don't know, Friday the 13th or Hellraiser or something that had maybe a little more, cachet, current cachet, I mean. If Blumhouse is behind this, it's going to be nostalgia bait. Heard about the jump scare. That sounds cool, at least. The 1 in 3 is legendary. The 1 in 3 is legendary. That is, yeah, there's no doubt about that. Do I think The Exorcist is overrated? No, not at all. Not at all. I love The Exorcist. That first film, the first Exorcist is just one of the best horror movies ever. There's no doubt about it. And The Exorcist 2, The Heretic, is proof that, well, and I completely forgot about The Exorcist, The Beginning, and Dominion. But that's further proof that you can have a good cast, you can have a good director, but if you're not William Friedkin or William Peter Blatty, you just shouldn't go anywhere near an Exorcist movie. Cardi B twerking on Tubular Bells is is fighting enough. Oi, that's funny. Oh, my goodness. But no, I don't think, I think The Exorcist is a brilliant film. Brilliant film. And there's a lot more going on in The Exorcist than just, little possessed girl. There's a lot more going on.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, agent to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Thank you, Norris, for the $9.99 super chat. That is very kind of you. What's up? What's up to you, sir? Thank you very much. Is it my favorite Friedkin? Friedkin did a lot of good movies. He did a lot of really good movies. Cruising. I love Cruising. I think that's a really underrated movie of his, I think. Great freaking movie. Sorcerer is awesome. To Live and Die in LA is really good. Of course, The French Connection. He had a run there where, he was just knocking it out of the ballpark. So many great movies. The Exorcist turns 50 this year. That's right. Yep. That is correct. Yep. I never saw the TV series. I can't comment on the TV series because I never saw it. I've heard mostly good things about it, but I just never gave it a shot.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, agent to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Before I get to that super chat, I do want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Antonis, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Hey Piz, The Exorcist Believer is still my most anticipated horror movie of the year. Screw critics. Hope you respect my opinion. I hope it's good. Sure. I respect everybody's opinion. And look, I hope it's good too. I just don't know if it was put in the right hands, to be honest. I hope it's good too. But it just seems to me like it's been set up to fail. Killer Joe, that's another good Friedkin movie. Yep. That's a good call, Sean. Good call. I also really like The Hunted with Benicio del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones. That was a really good one too. Not a lot of people talk about. But thank you, Antonis. So yeah, The Exorcist. Let me pop up a poll here, and let's see about. Okay.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, agent to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
All right. So The Exorcist Believer. Do you have hope? Very simple. Yes or no. Art of the Video. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Me and my wife Jessica love yours and Jeremy's content. Keep up the great work. Oh, well, thank you very much, Art, and thank you, Jessica. Appreciate that very much. Linda Blair is going to be back. That has been confirmed. She's in the movie. She's in there. I heard that Jason Patric was offered a role because his father, oh gosh, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Daggone it. Jason Miller, who played Father Karras in Jason Patric's father, Jason Miller, Jason Patrick's father, Jason Miller, who played Father Karras in the first movie. He was offered a role in this one, I heard. But after he read the script, he was like, yeah, no way. No, thank you. Can't help being optimistic. Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, I'm most likely going to go watch it. Most likely I'm going to go watch it. I'm sure Jeremy will want to go see it. So we'll go watch it, I'm sure. And I'm going to try and be as optimistic as possible. What I'd really like to do is go into it without having seen any trailers. Just go into it as blind as possible. Even though I know I remember most of what the plot synopsis, but I would like to go into it blind. I will be optimistic. We need a Savage Street sequel. I just no. They can't recapture that magic. No way. No way. They should have gotten James Wan to direct The Exorcist? No. They should have just left it alone. They should have just left it alone. But will it be as good as Repossessed? Now that's come on. That's asking a lot. The TV series is really good, and I believe they canceled the show. Yes, Ellen Burstyn is back. Yeah, I heard they paid Ellen Burstyn a fortune to reprise her role. Yeah. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. And if you're tuned in, but you're maybe a little shy.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good.
The voice of an angel. The voice of an angel. Bismo, thank you for the $5 super chat. I read about this disastrous test screening. Hilarious and makes me want to see it more. Well, here's the thing. If it's going to be bad, I hope it's like really bad. Like we're, really bad in an entertaining way, as opposed to just being like painfully bad, But thank you, Bismo. I appreciate that. Oh, and as I was about to say, if you hang out and watch the streams, but you don't normally take part in the chats, say hello. Say hello. Let me know you're out there. And all you fine folks who are regulars, if you see a username who you don't recognize or who may be a newbie, be welcoming. Say hello. There's Lauren in the chat. It's going to be painful. It's looking that way. It's definitely looking that way. Who asked for an Exorcist remake? This isn't a remake technically. It's supposed to be, I think, just a direct sequel to the first one. But, they're hoping that it's going to be it's going to launch this whole new Exorcist thing, I guess. I don't know. But no, nobody was asking for an Exorcist remake or a sequel or a reboot or anything. So. There's Harvey Rocks. How are you doing tonight? There's Distorted Visions. Pix, did you end up pre-ordering all 3 of the new titles from Cauldron? I've not pre-ordered any of the 3 yet, but I'm definitely going to pre-order... what was the Diodato one? What was that one called? The Giallo. Off Balance, yeah. That's the one I'm definitely going to going to pick up. That one sounds interesting. What's my most anticipated horror movie for the next half of the year? Oh, that's a good question. I wish they would just drop that freaking Salem's Lot movie, that Salem's Lot remake. Just if it's as bad as it must be, just put it on streaming and let it go. Because Jeremy's dying to see that thing, and at this point, I want to see it too, just to get it over with. Like, it must be really, really bad. Because they just keep pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back. And the last I heard was that they were just going to dump it on straight to streaming sometime this fall. But I mean, just dump it. Let it go. If it's that bad, just let it go.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Taco Bell Lugosi, thank you for the additional $1.99. What's next? The Burning Part 2. Oy vey. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get some sort of a Burning remake or reimagining. Kind of surprised that never happened. I'm sure it had to be in the works at some point, I'm sure. I hear that the post-credit scene, absolutely not kidding, is just outright insulting to Blatty fans. Well, that's nice to know. That's nice to know. Am I looking forward to the new Insidious? I'm looking more forward to it than I have been the last couple of Insidious movies. Because they're bringing back like the lipstick demon guy, which I think he looks cool. But I don't know if I'm going to go see it in theaters. I don't know. I may just wait for streaming for that one. I want to see the Batgirl that they didn't release. Yeah, I don't think that's going. I don't know. I mean, they released the Snyder cut. Maybe they'll drop that Batgirl movie at some point onto like a streamer. It must be really bad though. Madman 2. I love Madman, but we don't need a sequel. We don't need a sequel. The studio's holding Salem's Lot for ransom. I swear to God. It's got to be bad. It's just got to be really bad. How about a Stephen King show where every season is one of his books in full? I think, didn't they kind of try to do that with Castle Rock wasn't like Castle Rock was inspired by Stephen King stuff. I don't think anything was. I think they may have taken characters from his books, but it was all like original stories, I'm pretty sure. But it kind of took place in that Stephen King universe. So let's take a look at the poll here really quick. 56 votes. The Exorcist Believer. Do you have hope? 27% say yes. 73% say no. That ain't good. So I do want to. Let's move on from The Exorcist Believer, which that's such a bad title too. The Exorcist Believer. I don't know. That optimistic side of me that wants to be optimistic, of course, just, I don't know. It's, again, I think they've set themselves up for failure here, but that's just me. And if you're looking forward to it, more power to you. But I do want to introduce a couple of new members of the PWO.
The following announcement has been paid for by the PWO.
How do you tell me, brother?
Join the PWO for life.
There you go. All right. Geriatric Geek, who was in the chat earlier, Bill, welcome to the PWO. I like the choice of colors, the red and green. I like it. I like it. And your eyes did not deceive you. Robert Brian Wilson, Billy himself from Silent Night, Deadly Night, is officially PWO. So you get out of line, you're going to get punished. That's not a threat. That's a promise. So, Bill, welcome to the PWO, my friend. And of course, Robert Brian Wilson. How cool is that? Very, very cool. What's up, Twisted Trucker? The first season of Castle Rock was amazing. I think I saw that the entire first season, and from what I remember, I remember liking it. I don't remember there being a very good like wrap up though of like, you know, I don't remember there being closure, at least, but. My most anticipated horror film is Mutilator 2. Nice, Reggie. That one's definitely on my list also. I'm a little biased, though. I need to get up with Buddy and see what the latest is with Mutilator 2. So. Is the film really going to be that bad? You know what? I hope not, but it's kind of looking that way. Oh, by the way, also we have both Billy and Ricky in the PWO. So you talk about some enforcers. All right. The Last Voyage of the Demeter is my most anticipated genre flick for this year. It's way up there for me too. Love that trailer. Trailer looks good. I like the fact that it's the Demeter part of the novel. And just about every other Dracula movie, just either they just gloss over that whole part, or we get a minute or two of it and that's it. So. And I like the fact that the Draculas, the bats, demonic, I wonder if we'll see like the human version of Dracula in that, or if it's all just going to be the bat. I wonder. Punishment is absolute. That is correct. Yes, punishment. So yes, welcome new members of the PWO. If you have recently purchased a PWO shirt, or if you want to purchase a PWO shirt, please do so and send me a picture of you wearing it, and I will include you in the next. Oh, by the way, what timing? Everything in my TeePublic store is 35% off right now. So there is the link in the chat right now. So if you are interested in getting a PWO shirt, there you go, 35% off. And again, if you do make a purchase, please send me a pic. I saw a good question. Now I've lost it. I apologize. Is Danny McBride involved with The Exorcist? No, he's not involved. Unfortunately, I know, right? Unfortunately. I think the next logical step is a PWO convention. That would be cool. Probably all the bats. That wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't bother me at all. If it's all the bats, the demon bats version of Dracula, I'd be cool with that. I'd be A-okay with that. So let's take a look at Collider. A couple of weeks ago, I did I looked at Collider's, what was it, top 25 slasher movies of all time. And why am I going back to Collider is the real question. Because I barely survived exploring that list. Although, for the most part, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad for the most part. But there were some moments that forced me to drink. There's Dan in the chat. What's up, Dan? How are you doing, sir? The next movie Jeremy wants to see is The Boogeyman. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one. That one's Jeremy's birthday weekend. So he's got a lot planned for his birthday weekend. By the way, if you'd like to send Jeremy a gift for him to unbox during our Jeremy's birthday stream on the 4th of next month, please get in touch. No, I'm not going to get the Chucky 4Ks. Really of that era of Chucky movies, really Bride of Chucky is okay. And, I liked Curse of Chucky. I liked Curse of Chucky a lot, actually. But, Seed and, Cult, I wasn't that big a fan of, so. Yes, I have seen the original Last House on the Left. Yes. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre number 5. Yeah. That one, yeah. Let's not talk about that, though. Let's not talk about that. What's up, Matthew? Thank you, Piz, for the shout out. PWO for life. Oh, right on, Bill. Curse is underrated. Curse is really good. I think Curse is legitimately really good movie. So let's take a look at the Collider 10 most satisfying revenge movies. Well, this is according to Reddit. Collider's just being the messenger here. But I love revenge movies, and I actually need to create my own list of revenge movies because I love revenge movies so much. So, but by the list here, I think you can pretty much tell at least 3 revenge movies that are going to be on the list. So anyway, let's get the ball rolling here. Let's go down the list. Where are we going to start? V for Vendetta is number 10. Any fans of V for Vendetta in the chat? I don't remember that much about V for Vendetta, to be honest. I know it seemed it had a fairly sizable audience there for a while, but is it still, is it still beloved? Is it still, well, it must still be somewhat celebrated if it's number 10 on the list of the 10 most satisfying, not the best revenge movies. The most satisfying. I don't remember V for Vendetta being that satisfying, though. But, you know, to each their own. To each their own. All right, so let's move on. V for Vendetta, number 10. That's fine. That's fine. I Saw the Devil at number 9. I Saw the Devil is really good. Now, that's one thing that kind of drew me to this list, because clearly you got some I Saw the Devil there in the banner. So I had that provided some faith in this list before I'm okay. I Saw the Devil probably should be a little closer, a little further down for me, but really good revenge movie. In this twisted South Korean action drama, viewers are introduced to Lee Byung-hun's top secret agent who decides to track down a dangerous psychopath serial killer after he committed a series of terrifying serial murders with his victims ranging from young women to children. Yeah, not a nice guy. Not a nice guy. But this is a very good revenge movie. Very good. Let me know your thoughts on I Saw the Devil. Highly recommended. If you've not seen it, you should definitely do so. And if I do create my own list, I Saw the Devil will definitely be on there somewhere. Let's see. I Saw the Devil is a great movie. Yes, yes. What's up, Anthony O'Donnell? How are you doing, sir? Hugo Weaving's voice is pretty awesome. Yeah, that's true. V for Vendetta is an incredible movie. I loved it. Miss 45 is a very good revenge film. Definitely. Yeah. All right, so moving right along here. Again, if you haven't seen I Saw the Devil, you certainly should. Punisher at number 8. Okay. The Thomas Jane Punisher. Before the popular Marvel Netflix series starring John Bernthal, there already was a 1989 Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, which I really like the Punisher with Dolph Lundgren. The second time the Marvel Comics character was brought to life was in the 2004 film with Thomas Jane. There's another Punisher movie that came out after this one with a different actor as the Punisher. I'm not a big fan of this Punisher, to be honest, or even the one that followed it. I don't remember what that one was called. But give me Dolph Lundgren as the Punisher any day. Any day. Yes, Kevin Nash is in this Punisher. That's right, yeah. But not a huge fan of this Punisher. I would have gone with the Lundgren Punisher, personally, but that's just me. Moving on, lucky number 11. I've never seen this movie. Josh Hartnett's Slevin finds himself caught up in a conflict being planned by two of the city's most bitterly opposed crime lords due to a case of mistaken identity. In a race against time, watched by Detective Bukowski and assassin Goodcat, played by Bruce Willis. Okay, Slevin needs to catch them before they catch him. Any fans of lucky number Slevin in the chats? I see we've got Lucy Liu there. Josh Hartnett, Bruce Willis, decent cast. Never heard of it? I've heard of it. I just don't. I've just never seen it. Oh, the other Punisher movie is called Warzone, Punisher Warzone. But I wasn't a big fan of that one either. Lucky Number 11 is a clever revenge movie. Oh, really, Sasha? Okay. I may have to add it to my list then. Okay. I'll add Lucky Number 11 to the list. All right, moving right along. Inglourious Bastards. All right, okay. I didn't expect to see that on the list. Any fans of Inglourious Bastards out there? I've only seen the movie once. I saw it in the theater when it first came out. I remember liking it a lot, but I've never really felt that compelled to go back and rewatch it. But what say you all? Inglourious Bastards, number 6 out of the 10 most satisfying revenge movies. I do the revenge that they take on the one guy in this movie is pretty satisfying. And when Eli takes the baseball bat to the one guy's head, that was pretty cool. Bastards is excellent. The only Tarantino movie you don't like, Sean. Okay. All right. Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon. That is a good one. Yes, I agree. I recall enjoying Lucky Number 11. I don't think it makes my list, though. I may have to give it a shot. Great movie, says Frightful Night Media. I guess it's going to be popular movies, nothing like I Spit on Your Grave. I mean, you never know. You never know. Let's move along here and we'll find out. At number 5, we have Kill Bill. Okay. So there's going to be at least 3 Tarantino movies on this list then. At least 3 Tarantino movies. Okay. All right. And Kill Bill is cool. I like Kill Bill. I remember watching both of them in the theater when they first came out, and I've caught them. I've at least seen. I've seen both volumes at least a couple of times, and bits and pieces here and there. So, yeah, really enjoy Kill Bill. Any other fans of Kill Bill in the chat? Do I like I Spit on Your Grave? The remake. I don't think I've seen the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. Well, I'm pretty positive that I haven't seen the remake. Love Bastards and Bill. Kill Bill deserves to be top 5. Okay. All right, so Kill Bill is at number 5. I think that's a good spot for Kill Bill, I think. Let's move on to number 4, Django Unchained. Okay. So that's the third Tarantino film on the list. I've only seen Django Unchained once. I saw it in the theater when it first came out. I've not been that compelled to see it since. By the way, does anybody know how Jamie Foxx is doing? I know he had a stroke. Is he okay? Is he going to survive? Let's look up Jamie Foxx here. See how he's doing. Let's see, what's the latest on Mr. Fox? Jamie Foxx. News on Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx's daughter says actor's been out of the hospital for weeks after medical emergency. Weeks? I thought he was still in the hospital. He's been out of the hospital for weeks and is playing pickleball. What is pickleball? I thought he was like, okay, I guess I'm slow on the news. Because I thought he was still in the hospital and like, you know. All right, so he's out of the hospital, and if he's playing pickleball, I've got to look up what pickleball is now. What is pickleball? It's one of the fastest growing game. What? Pickleball is an indoor or outdoor racket paddle sport where 2 players or 4 players hit a perforated hollow plastic ball over a 36-inch high net using solid-faced paddles. I've never heard of such a thing. What? All right, hold on. This is pickleball? It looks like... I just don't understand the world anymore. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Is that a rich person activity? I think it is. I think that's a rich person activity. It's like, let's play ping pong. But wait, let's not play it on this little tiny table. Let's go out and play it on a tennis court with like a wiffle ball instead. The news has been really conflicting on Fox. It's weird. It's like tennis and ping pong mixed together. Yeah. I don't. Okay, whatever. Let's go back. Let's go back to revenge. Let's go back to revenge. So, any fans of Django? I've gone on this whole spiel about pickleball. I've completely forgotten about Django. Yeah, see, I thought I saw tweets and people like, you know, I'm praying for Jamie Foxx or pray for Jamie Foxx like 2 days ago, but like he's been out of the hospital for weeks and he's playing pickleball. So I don't know. It's weird. Is RoboCop a revenge movie? Good question, Chris. I've never sure. I mean, sure. All right. There are leagues forming here in Vegas, pickleball leagues. That is an oddly specific example, Distorted Visions. Why not just say he's like crushing the waves and drinking mimosa on the beach instead? That's because, I mean, that's like, you know, like it's like they thought that out. Like nobody will question if I say he's playing pickleball. They'll just wonder what the hell is pickleball and they'll move on. There's something going on here. All right, let's move on. Number 4 in Collider's top 10 most satisfying revenge movies. Number 3, John Wick. I'm surprised John Wick wasn't like 1 because those movies are so popular. The first installment to what was and arguably proved to be one of the best action franchises ever made, John Wick introduces audiences to the movie's underground world of assassins by following Keanu Reeves' titular character as he comes out of retirement to track down the Russian mob that killed his dog and took his car. I mean, you never mess with a man's car or his pet. You just don't do it. And they messed with both. So, I mean, they deserve what they got. But John Wick is great. I think the first movie is still my favorite of the bunch, honestly. I've not seen the last one, and 2 and 3 kind of run together for me. So I think the first one is my favorite, and when part 4 hits streaming, I'll check it out. Thoughts on what is your all's favorite John Wick film? The puppy thing works so well. Yeah, definitely. John Wick 1 is still the best of them. The nightclub scene is legendary. Did they make revenge flicks before 2000? They did. I don't think there's... Well, there might be one prior to that on this list. We'll see. John Wick 4 is pretty great. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I just, I don't know. Didn't feel like I needed to rush out to watch it. So, all right, let's move on here. John Wick. Number 3, are we going to have a movie, any revenge movies prior to the year 2000? That's what we're really looking for now. Gladiator from 2000, close. Very close. I'm Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Hymns are beautiful.
Pretty good.
Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. You watched Scream 6, didn't care for it. Okay, all right. My expectations were pretty low going in, but it entertained me. I actually could watch it again sometime. But thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. I'll tell you this though right now. Are you listening? I'll tell you this right now. If Jenna Ortega is not in Scream 7, I'll never watch another movie again. Period. That's it. I'm boycotting all movies for the rest of my life. That's how much I care. That's how much Scream means. Not just Scream, but Jenna Ortega. That's how much they mean to me. That character, the actress, the saga. That's how much it means to me. So if she's not in it, I'm just done. I'm done. Any fans of Gladiator out there? Gladiator soundtrack is... have you seen Sisu, Dan? Have you seen Sisu? That's definitely one of my most anticipated movies of this year. Is Sisu. What's up, Brian Trash? The line has been drawn. That's right. That's right. The line has been drawn. I'm losing my voice. I am so dedicated to that series that if they mess with, what's Jenna Ortega's character's name? Tara. If they mess with Tara, I am done. Done. All right, so Gladiator's okay. I saw it just years ago when it first came out in the theater. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. All right. Hasn't there been talk of like a Gladiator sequel for years, even though he died at the end? Spoiler alert. Like seriously, I heard they were going to do like a Gladiator sequel for years, even though he's dead. I don't know. All right, so number 1 on the list of
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Thank you, Brian, for the $2 super chat. Just want to see that Jeremy clip again. You just want to hear that That angelic singing voice again. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Kid's a sweetheart. All right, so number one. What is going to be number one? Numero uno. The Count of Monte Cristo. Okay. I forgot this movie existed. And I saw this movie in the theater when it first came out too. I remember the movie being okay. I think this just the story of the Count of Monte Cristo is a great revenge story. I don't know. I don't remember this movie being like, you know, I thought it was okay. I don't remember that much about it. I don't think I've, okay. I don't get it. All right, whatever. The Count of Monte Cristo is the most satisfying revenge movie.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good.
Sing it. That's a good question, Taco Bell Lugosi. Where's the crow? I mean, there's a lot of where's that movie on this list for me personally. But thank you for that additional super chat. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, this list was kind of a bummer. There wasn't a movie prior to 2000 on that list. So, okay, let me throw some really good revenge movies out there at you. All right. Of course, you all know how much I love the Death Wish movies. That's a given. The Horseman is incredible. If you've not seen The Horseman, check it out. Blue Ruin is another great revenge movie. The Crow, of course. I mean, it's The Crow. Dead Man's Shoes. Oh, that one just, my God. That movie just such a punch in the gut. Ooh. But so good. So freaking good. And Bull, movie that came out last year. It was one of my favorite movies of last year, actually. Really good revenge movie. Love the twist. Great stuff. Great stuff. So that's a much better list of revenge movies than what we got from Collider. The Crow definitely should have been at least on the list. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Blue Ruin is a classic. Yeah. Blue Ruin is great. So good. See Blue Ruin and The Horseman for sure. Absolutely. See, Blue Ruin is like probably one of the most realistic revenge movies that you'll ever see. Because it's not, I mean, the guy's not like, you know, Bronson walking into a room and taking out a whole room full of thugs. You know what I mean? I love that. Don't get me wrong. But only Bronson can do that. So, Last House on the Left, huge blind spot. Yeah. But again, you know, but nothing prior to 2000 on that list. I'm shocked that the Count of Monte Cristo was on there. Honestly. No, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers didn't make the cut. I know. What's going on? What is going on?
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Thank you, Hymns Are Beautiful, for the $1.99. The additional $1.99. Hope my donations help amid the bad economy. They do. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Very kind. Man. Evil Diner 666. How are you doing? Evil Diner 666. I like that name. That is a cool name.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Oh, hymns are beautiful. Even fast food places
Pretty good.
prices have gone
Sing
up.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's gone up. The prices of everything have gone up, and the quality has gone down. Yeah. No, not a Steven Seagal movie in sight. Shocking. A shock. An Old Boy, Harry, yes. Oh, God. Old Boy is so... Oh. Old Boy is so good. Oh, my God. Yes. Great movie. You're talking about the Spike Lee remake, though, right? Because that is... Wow. Yes, Jeremy Saulnier directed Blue Ruin and Green Room. Green Room is also really good. Not a revenge movie, just a really grueling, just put you through the ringer kind of movie. Great flick. Great movie. Let's check the poll here. 109 votes. Thank you all for voting. The Exorcist Believer, do you have hope? 23% say yes. 77% say no. Wow. That's in the poll right there. Yikes. Prisoners. Okay, yeah, Prisoners. That was Mad Max. Mad Max is a good one, of course, yeah. Yeah. Lion King. Wow, wow. Good one. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I love I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I love I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. That's a great film. Death Wish on 4K. I've got it. I have got it. I've also got the Bruce Willis Death Wish. I've had it for quite a while, actually. Eventually, I will get around to watching that. I promise. We've got Ken here from Mid-Level Media. He says, "What's up, Piz? I am not a believer in Exorcist Believer." It doesn't seem like a lot of people are. Jaws the Revenge. Yes. There's actually, I saw a, hold on, let's go back up here. I actually saw there was actually an article on Collider about how Jaws the Revenge is a slasher movie. And let me read through it here just to... I love Jaws the Revenge. And it is kind of like a slasher movie, really. And it is kind of... Okay. All right, we've got to read through this because there's some funny stuff here. All right, let's read through this. All right, so this article is going to give us reasons why Jaws the Revenge is a slasher movie. All right? The shark in Jaws the Revenge becomes a Michael Myers-like killer. I'll buy into that. I'll buy into it, okay? Now, technically, the shark is under the thrall of a voodoo priest. So that part got cut out of the movie, but that explains everything. Anytime somebody points out something silly or ridiculous or something that doesn't make sense about Jaws the Revenge, all you've got to say that completely shuts them down is that the shark was under the thrall of a voodoo priest. That ends the argument right there. And if they don't believe you, tell them to read the novelization. All right, so All right. The shark is upset about all the other sharks the Brodies killed. So, yes, of course. Of course. The shark wants revenge because, I mean, like, let's think about it. Like, this shark has got to be like the first shark's grandson, right? Or granddaughter. So, the first shark in the first movie was like the grandfather. Or, I don't know. The shark in part 2 was female, according to the novelization. The shark in part 2 was a female. And she was also pregnant at the time. That's why she was very angry and very hungry. So we can say the shark in the first movie was, we'll say he was the dad. The shark in 2 was his mate who was carrying his children. The shark in 3 was the brother. No, the shark in 3 was also a female because she gave birth to the little shark inside the park. And then that shark died. And then she had, okay, so that's kind of a revenge movie too, really. So this shark is like a cousin or something. I don't know. But anyway, they're all related. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's why the motivation for the revenge. They're all related, clearly. Let's see what they say here. A silent assassin with no real motivation other than to kill, blah, 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 blah. By Jaws the Revenge, the franchise becomes Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Here, Michael Myers now has a motivation. 1981's Halloween 2 told us that Laurie Strode wasn't some teenage girl picked at random. Nope, she was Michael's long-lost sister. In the fourth film, Laurie is dead, so he goes after her young daughter, blah, blah, blah. Jaws the Revenge tells us the same thing. Oh, God. The shark teleports like Jason Voorhees. That's true. That's true. The shark does teleport, you know. I mean, the shark gets around quickly. They can swim pretty quick. And of course, there is a psychic bond between the shark and Ellen Brody in this movie. Very much like Halloween 4, or well, Halloween 5, really, with Jamie and Michael. They have that psychic bond. So does the shark and Ellen Brody here. So this may truly be the very first elevated horror film, in my opinion, because they're really going deep here. Jaws the Revenge gives the shark a proper slasher villain death. That's actually true too. Well, it depends on which ending are we talking about. Are we talking about the explosion ending or the ending where the shark gets pierced by the front of the boat and then it just bleeds out and sinks to the bottom? Let's see. It's a fittingly bonkers ending to a bonkers movie. It's a true shame that there weren't more after this, blah, 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 blah. But doesn't tell us which ending. Oh, here we go. It's then stabbed through the neck like a person by the broken bowsprit of Ellen's boat. Its knife-like point putting the shark down. Well, that's true. In one version of the ending, the shark explodes when the thing pierces it as if the shark were stuffed with dynamite. And then in the other one, the front of the whole front of the boat breaks off and the shark sinks to the bottom with the thing stuck in its neck. So, yeah. All right, that's it. Oh, wait a minute. So that's it. That's good enough for me. Jaws the Revenge is a slasher. Period. Hey, Lost Tune, how are you doing? Had a good day? Hope you had a good day too. Jaws the Revenge is awesome. I will not hear any differently. I just won't. I will not hear any differently. Captain Horror is rating with a party of 3. Thank you, Captain Horror, for rating my Twitch channel. I appreciate that. So Jaws the Revenge is a slasher. Period. There's Garrett in the stream. How are you doing, Garrett? I want the Jaws the Sharksploitation cut. Yes. I am looking forward to Jaws 2 on 4K, which is coming out soon. I'm looking forward to that. I love Jaws 2. Jaws 2 is really a slasher too. But love Jaws 2. Love it. The Death Wish with Bruce Willis is actually really good and some brutal scenes. I'm going to watch it eventually. I promise. I will watch it eventually. Cliff, Jaws the Revenge should be called Here's a Fish, You're Stupid. That's funny. Even the roaring, I know. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know. It's kind of like when Ghostface grunts in a Scream movie. You know, that's Jaws in Jaws the Revenge roars like a dinosaur. You miss my book recitals. Oh, man. Yeah. I probably should break out Jaws the Revenge, the novelization, and read some of it. I almost said Papa Shango, but that was a wrestler. The voodoo priest in the novelization of Jaws the Revenge, his name was just Papa something. I don't remember, but anyway. Yeah, I've seen both endings to Jaws the Revenge on television. And then you also have the ending where Mario Van Peebles lives and the ending where he doesn't. Even though he's been like chewed to pieces by the shark, he's still alive floating around on the surface in a big, I guess you can't really call it a puddle of blood if he's in the water, but like yeah. Looking forward to the Jaws movies as soon as David Gordon Green's done with the Exorcist movies. Oh, jeez. Oh. Jaws 3D is my least favorite of the 4, but I still like it. We should just skip to Jaws the Revenge on 4K. Let's just roll them all out on 4K at the same time. Come on. Gotcha. And thank you all for 90 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. Michael Caine calmly saying, "Oh shit," as the shark bites at him in its peak cinema. Yeah, it's Michael Caine. He's not going to get that excited about a giant shark trying to eat him. That's just not his style. It's just not the man's style. Yeah, I like Jaws 3, but it's my least favorite of the 4. I still like it, though. Still like it. Yeah, the explosion at the end is awesome because literally the jaws fly out at you. It's so funny. All right, Dave, take care, man. Have a good night. Oh, I need to make an announcement. Ooh, let's make an announcement. Oh, thank you all for 101 likes on the stream. Appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to make an announcement right now for next week's Sunday night stream, in which I will be joined by not 1, not 2, but 3 special guests. And we have got a very cool topic lined up for you fine people. Here we go. So next Sunday, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So You Want to Be a Screenwriter, with special guests Todd Farmer, Jeffrey Reddick, and Peter Atkins. We're going to be talking all about the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs of being a Hollywood screenwriter. And we'll be talking about the WGA strike and all that. So this will be a really fun show. I'm excited to have Todd and Peter back on, and to have Jeffrey Reddick on for the very first time. So this will be a fun one. Mark your calendars for next Sunday. I believe it's the 21st. Let me double check. Yes, next Sunday, the 21st, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There you go. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll be talking Jason X. We'll be talking Final Destination. We'll be talking Hellraiser Bloodline. Oh. All the good and the bad. All the good and the bad. So it'll be fun. Really fun. What's up, Review Spot? How are you doing? Piz, can you rank the Death Wish films and Death Sentence off the cuff? I can rank the Death Wish films for sure. My favorite Death Wish film is Part 2. You've got to keep in mind, though, when it comes to the Death Wish movies, that the first Death Wish is very different in tone. Like the original Death Wish was like an important film back in the day. Like it was a statement movie. You know what I mean? So it's a different movie than the sequels. Different in tone, different in nature, just different. But once canon got a hold of Death Wish, that's when things got crazy. All right. So I almost don't even consider the original Death Wish to like be a Death Wish movie. It's so different. I love it. I love it. And I highly, highly recommend it. But if you watch Death Wish 3 and then you go, oh my God, I got to see how this started, and you watch the original Death Wish, you're going to be like, what? This is serious. This is like a, this is a statement movie. So let's exclude the original Death Wish, even though I love it, even though I highly recommend it, even though I think it's a great, great movie. My personal favorite Death Wish is Death Wish 2. I love Death Wish 2 because Death Wish 2 still has some of that seriousness from the first movie, but it's been canonized. So you've got to, there's the little bit of that seriousness, but then you've got, Golan and Globus there going, wait a minute, we got to have, we got to have some cheesy, we got to have some sleazy, we got to have some over the top, throw that in the mix too. We're canon, for God's sake. And then Part 3, which is my second favorite, is just, the seriousness is long gone, and it is just body count. It is like, Bronson kills practically, he wipes out an entire generation. He commits genocide in that movie. He kills so many people in that movie. It's ridiculous. Like an entire generation of people are wiped out at the end of that movie because they messed with Charles Bronson. Good night, Sasha. Take care. So Death Wish 3 is just tremendous movie. And Death Wish 4 and 5, they're a step down in terms of quality from 2 and 3. But Part 4 is still pretty good, I think. I still like part 4 a lot. It's definitely more restrained than part 3, which, I mean, there's no way they could have done that with 3 again. But it's kind of more restrained. But still pretty crazy. And part 5 just kind of looks cheap and feels cheap, and just like that was like, you know, canon films were definitely on the outs by that point. So not a lot of money went into that movie, clearly. Not a lot of time went in that movie, clearly. I still like it. I think there's still enough to like there, but it would be my least favorite of the Death Wish movies. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's how I'd rank them. And again, no disrespect to the original. It's just a whole different. It's just a whole different thing, you know. Great movie, but you know. Death Wish 4 has the daughter from the original Vacation movie. That's true. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That is true. So, yeah, listen, I mean, Bronson, Paul Kersey, you know, he's kind of like Sidney from Scream. Like, everybody who ever gets, if you're close to him at all, you're gonna die. You're just gonna die. If you're romantically linked to him, you're dead. Period. Dead. If you're like the child of someone who is linked to him romantically, or if you're a blood relative of his, you're already dead. You don't even know it. But if you're linked to him romantically, you're done. If you're the child of someone who's linked to him romantically, you're done. If you're the boyfriend of someone linked to a child of someone who's linked to him romantically, you're done. People who work for Kersey, if you're his maid, you're done. You know, if you're his barber, his primary care physician, you know, the guy who changes the oil in his car, you're dead. You're just dead. You're just dead. You know, kind of like, you know, Sidney in the Scream movies. Everybody who's close to Sidney dies. So, everybody who's close to Kersey dies. But the difference with Kersey is you can at least go to your grave knowing that you will be avenged. You can rest easy knowing you will be avenged. See, with Sidney, she'll just cry, you know. That would be the original Death Wish. Had Jeff Goldblum in it. Yeah. You do need to revisit the Death Wish series. I have seen at least one of the Death Kiss movies with Bronzy. I thought it was okay. I mean, it was, you know, it was all right. It was all right. Jeremy must love Death Wish 3. He just, he'll watch them, whichever one I'm watching, he'll kind of watch. Cause I mean, you know, he knows Bronson's just, you know, he's got respect for Bronson too. And he'll break out the Bronson quote, you know. He doesn't do it, you know, he puts his own spin on it. Like, you know, how does he say it? Like, do you believe in Jesus? Gonna meet him. So, you believe in Jesus? Gonna meet him. So, how about the mother-in-law? Is she safe? No. She's done. The police inspector / chief made it out alive in Death Wish 3. Just barely. Because Bronson could have taken him out too, but he chose not to. Because he was like, this isn't a bad guy. He's just he's just a little confused. So Bronson showed mercy there and let him live. I love Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead doesn't get enough. I got Pumpkinhead right here. Pumpkinhead doesn't get... Nobody talks about Pumpkinhead. Really good movie. Great performance from Lance Henriksen, by the way. Well, I think one of his best performances. But yeah, I love the design of Pumpkinhead. You know, it looks kind of alien-ish, but like I love these, like, you know, his legs down here at the bottom. You know. So, but yeah, Pumpkinhead's a great movie. The Death Wish movies aren't supposed to be comedic. But some of them are. So yes, again, mark your calendars for next Sunday, the 21st, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So You Want to Be a Screenwriter with special guests, Todd Farmer, Jeffrey Reddick,
Sing it again
and
for us.
Peter
Summer
Atkins.
breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
And that look on Jeremy's face at the end, that's one of those, like, I nailed it looks. Like, he knows. He knows he did good. Anthony O'Donnell, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you excited about Pumpkinhead? 1981's My Bloody Valentine, 1988's Night of the Demons, all coming to 4K UHD. I don't know if I love all three of those movies. I don't know if I need them in 4K though. I have pre-ordered The Burning 4K because I do need that in 4K. I don't need Pumpkinhead in 4K. I've got the Blu-ray. I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't think I need Night of the Demons in 4K either. Again, got the Blu-ray. I'm good with it. My Bloody Valentine, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But I've got them all on Blu-ray, and I'm pretty happy with them on Blu-ray, to be honest. I did not see any of the Pumpkinhead Sci-Fi Channel sequels. I've seen the first sequel and and I think the third one. Or I know I've seen part 2 because that's the one Jeff Burr directed. And I'm pretty sure I've seen part 3. Aside from, and I don't remember really anything about 3. Todd Farmer is totally awesome. Yeah, he is. He's super, super cool. I'm excited to have him back on the channel. I'm excited to have Peter Atkins back on the channel. He's awesome. And I'm excited to have Jeffrey Reddick on for the first time. But that'll be a really fun conversation. So definitely mark your calendars for that one. And thank you all for 110 likes on the stream. I appreciate that. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. You own all the Pumpkinhead films. Okay. I ordered The Burning 4K as well. Anybody else bothered by the day for night stuff in that movie, though? Takes me out every time. No, that doesn't really bother me. A lot of movies, I mean, that doesn't really bother me. the day for night stuff. Doesn't bother me. Pumpkinhead 3 has Doug Bradley in it. Okay. All right. I don't think the Friday the 13th TV show started filming yet. No. I did hear something about Mrs. Voorhees, though. I'm not going to say nothing. I can't say anything, though. I've said too much already. I am going to start playing pickleball, though, because it sounds really... I am going to start playing pickleball. So, but one more time, let's, I want to welcome the two new members of the PW, as well as Hollywood Jeremy. We want to welcome the two newest members of the PWO.
The following announcement has been paid for by the PWO.
Hollywood Jeremy, brother. Join the PWO for life.
All right. So again, thank you, Bill, Geriatric Geek, and Robert Brian Wilson, Billy himself, from Silent Night, Deadly Night, the two newest members of the PWO. If you would like to be featured in a future promo, follow the pinned link and get your own PWO shirt today. And it's 35% off. Just make sure you send me a picture of yourself wearing it, and I will add you to the next. The next PWO promo. Jeremy, Hollywood Jeremy, will welcome you aboard. So, thanks, Hollywood Jeremy and Piz. You're welcome, Bill. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sing it again for us real quick.
Summer breeze, aging to know, just oh.
Pretty good. Sing it.
Thank you, Horror Orman, for the additional $2 super chat. Pickleball Piz, I know. Listen, I'm going to take it seriously, and I want to go pro. I want to go pickleball pro. You confused Jeremy for Scott Steiner. No, he's Hollywood. That's Hollywood Jeremy. I portrayed Scott Steiner in one vignette. So, yeah. That's right. Yes, Ken, Geriatric Geek, is now PWO. And again, I feel like I have to say this, we have both Robert Brian Wilson and Eric Freeman as our enforcers, or as Hollywood Jeremy's enforcers, okay? So just remember that. Oh goodness. So we've covered a lot tonight in an hour and 46 minutes. We talked about the disastrous Exorcist Believer test screening, I should say. All the reviews that were posted on Letterboxd have been removed. The common complaint is that it's too long and not scary. I think we're definitely going to see quite a lot of reshoots done for that movie, and I don't want to go back into it again. Like I said, I think they've set themselves up for failure with this one. Even if the movie is good, I mean, I just don't see them making back their investment. But anywho. And we went over Collider's 10 most satisfying revenge movies, and we saw we covered the Collider article, which attempted to convince us that Jaws the Revenge is a slasher movie, which I agree with wholeheartedly. So I agree with wholeheartedly. So let's do some shout outs here, and then I will call it a night. So shout out to Lost Tune, the PlayStation 9, and Evil Diner 666 for tuning in over on Twitch, and shout out to Captain Horror for rating the channel. That was I think that's the first time that's ever happened. But thank you all. Let's see. Shout out to Horror Orman for the $1.99 super chat. Shout out to Taco Bela Lugosi for the $1.99 super chat. Shout out to Horror Orman for the $2 super chat. Shout out to Norris for the $9.99. Shout out to Antonis Andriatis for the $4.99. Shout out to Art of the Video, Art and Jessica for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Bismo Funyuns for the $5. There's another $1.99 from Taco Bela Lugosi. Thank you. Shout out to Hims Are Beautiful for the $123.99 super chats. Thank you very much. Shout out to Brian Trash for the $2. There's another $1.99 from Taco Bela Lugosi. Thank you, Anthony O'Donnell, for the $5 super chat. And thank you, Horror Orman, for the additional $2 super chat. Very kind of you fine folks. I appreciate that very much. And let's see who's still with me tonight on YouTube. We've got Manuel Villarreal. Oh, you took your mama out to dinner. Well, that's good. That's good. You're a good son. You took your mama out to dinner for Mother's Day. Good for you, Manuel. Anthony O'Donnell, movie fan, geriatric geek, slasher home video, mid-level media, future dead camper, Heath Denson, Richard C. There's Horror Orman, Gary Walker, Brian Townsell, Drum Smash 88, Bryce Bourne, Sam Thomason, Dalton, Dylan, Mark Striano, Retro Analog Entertainment, Joe Reese, Chris Sweet, Exploding Sushi. Wow, I like that name. Exploding Sushi. Barney Likes Beer, Reggie 19, Twisted Trucker, The Daily Ghost, Cinemurdrum. Let's see who else was with us tonight. Elise Bradsburg, DJ Donley, The Review Spot, Planet CHH, Born to be Rad, Chev Kin, interesting name. Not If I See You First, Dave O. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. It's been a lot of fun as always. I appreciate you spending your Sunday night with me talking movies and all sorts of other fun stuff. And pickleball. We all learned, I learned what pickleball was tonight. So, and now I'm going to embark on my journey to become a pickleball champion. So, all right. Again, thank you all very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. Have a great week. I've got a new I Love Physical Media video that's been, if you're a patron, it's available to you right now. It'll be out for everybody else tomorrow. I'm going to drop my review of the Second Sight Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K limited edition release very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Of course, this next Sunday's stream, which is going to be a real banger. Mark your calendars for that one. And yeah, again, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. I will see you again very soon. And until then, peace.